13 First Alert meteorologist Darren Meyer. Hope you had a great weekend and some pretty decent weather out there for today. Even, of course, the entire weekend, not all that bad. A couple of isolated showers and storms this afternoon. We're going to keep that chance going now for, well, the next couple of days, possibly up through about Wednesday. And then we look to dry out at least for a couple days, maybe a little bit longer than that. During this whole time, temperatures will gradually warm and it will become much more evident for the second half of the week, actually looking at a string of days that will finally feel like July. Well, today was not too bad. We were pretty close to average, anywhere from the upper 70s to low 80s, depending on where you live in the state. Here in western Wisconsin, we made it up to 80 in Eau Claire, and you see it is a bit warmer down in La Crosse early this evening. Now, we do have a bit of an upper trough that is working from the northwest over the upper Midwest, and this is going to hang out for the next couple of days. So that will help to favor scattered shower and storm development during the afternoon. That's what we saw today. A lot of these now starting to slide away. We have more activity in parts of Minnesota and Iowa. There is a weak front also coming through Minnesota, so that will help to bring maybe a few more chances during the day Monday. Looking at this evening, we've had a couple of cells work near Eau Claire during the late afternoon, but those are now exiting, impacting parts of the northern sections of Clark County, and everything else is pretty isolated at this point. You may have noticed we've seen an increase in humidity in the last 24 hours. Dew points have been edging back up today. They've been sitting mostly in the low and mid 60s, so that does make it feel a little bit more sticky outside. As we look westbound temperature-wise, pretty much what we've seen in western Wisconsin today, where there is a bit more concentration of shower and storms. It has been a bit cooler. As we go into tomorrow morning, should be starting off the day generally in the lower 60s, and then during the day tomorrow, I do think we'll warm back to about seasonable levels, which will be in the lower 80s. Notice to the west, we start to see a little bit more warmth, and that again will be the general trend as we move ahead through this week. I mentioned that front. Here it is, pretty ill-defined, not very strong at all, but it's just an area that's helping to add some lift to the atmosphere combined with that upper trough that I mentioned, and that's why you see this scattering of showers and storms from the northern plains into Wisconsin this evening. Our forecast model shows maybe a stray shower or storm even into the overnight hours, but most of us will stay dry. Partly cloudy skies, patchy fog, and looks like a good amount of sunshine again for tomorrow. We'll see again a few pop-ups during the day, but most of Monday will end up being dry. If you do get rained on, though, it could come down briefly heavy. And then Tuesday, looks like without that front in place, chances will even be lower, but again, a stray shower or storm is possible. Overall, pretty dry. 61 is our low temperature for tonight. Partly cloudy skies, light winds. Winds not expected to be much of a factor for a change as we head through at least the first half of the week. Dew points hanging out in the mid 60s tomorrow and Tuesday, so it will feel a bit humid outside. That slight chance of storms carries into Wednesday, and then it's looking dry and warmer as we head through the later part of the work week into next weekend. It may get hot enough to where we have our first 90-degree day here in Eau Claire. We'll have to wait and see what happens there, but also much more humid, so feeling like July. That's the latest look at your weather. Hope to see you tonight on WEAU 13 News at 10.